There was a point in my life where I didn't talk. They truly thought something was wrong with me. And then they said, at the age of 5, all of a sudden, I just started talking. But if you heard my mother tell me this story, she would say, it took you a long time to start talking. And then when you did, you wouldn't shut up. So I got to realize very early on that my voice was something to despise. But nevertheless, like my mother said, once I began to talk, I wouldn't shut up. I loved to laugh. I was just a happy child. Never really understood why I got so many spankings. I thought I was a good child, but I remembered a lot of spankings. I remember being pretty withdrawn, but outgoing at the same time. But one thing I can tell you for sure is I was very, very active. I loved to run all over the place. So we moved in this building, and we had this big open field and a playground. And boy, they had blocks and monkey bars, and I used to swing on those monkey bars till I got these thick calluses on my hand. I would jump from one block to another and challenge myself. I was very active, and I loved to just move. I was one of those children who would come in just dripping with sweat and dirty sweat because I didn't sit down. The minute I hit the pavement outside, I just was moving. Double dutch and tag and all kind of things. Stayed out of trouble for the most part. When I was in elementary school, I remember there was a time when I went to the gymnasium and something made me sing. I sang this song. It's like, take it back, do-do-do-do, take it back. I've been told by and people that have it all, they just take it back, do-do-do-do, take it back like before. Take it back. Now, I can't tell you what that was and the exact words. I'm just mumbling. And even at the time, I didn't really know the words. But the children loved to hear me sing. And they would tell me, sing it again and sing it again and sing it again. And I was more than happy to. And you know why? I grew up around some really bad girls. Now you say, what does that even mean? Well, most of these little girls grew up fighting. They used to have to fight for everything. They used to have to fight against their siblings to get the food, because a lot of them came from large families. So if they didn't fight, they wasn't going to eat most of the time. So these girls came to school angry, looking for a reason to fight. And I didn't want to give them no reason. So if they asked me to sing, or they told me and demanded for me to sing, I sang. So I knew when we had gym class, I was going to be singing. So that was about the age of 10 to 12. That's when I really started exercising my voice. And by the time I was in middle school, I was in singing groups. The singing groups I would join is with people in the building that I grew up in. I often was the only girl. I remember I joined this group with 2 other girls, but I was the strongest singer. And we sang this song at a talent show. We sang, Where Do I Run To? I forgot who sings that song. But I had one of the best parts in the song. So I knew very early on that I had some sort of gift. My voice. So I really didn't understand why my mother used to say, once you started talking, you just couldn't shut up.